welcome to the RJUHSD Introduction to Personal Finance course. This is how staff members and students would get onto this course. First, you need to go to any internet browser on a mobile device or internet connected device and type in rjuhsd.blackboard.com. Once you get to this screen, for staff members, it would be your regular staff login that you use to get onto the network every day. If this were students, of course, it'd be first name dot last name, and they would use their 6-digit password here, their 6-digit student ID, unless they've changed it to something else. So basically, once you're in, you'll see a list of courses. And of course, the one we're interested in here is this personal finance course here. And once you click on that, it takes them right to this orientation page. Now, this page here is designed to help people navigate through the course, so they have to watch this video. You can watch them right here in this screen, or they can also go to full screen here. I'll pause it there, but they can go full screen, or they can escape and go back. Most teenagers are very familiar with that, and with ramping up their volume here, or within the YouTube video here. So once this shows them how to navigate through and around the course, there's another video here right below that shows how quizzes and tests work. In fact, there's a practice quiz set up just to do that for them and get them familiar with how these work. It reminds students that there's a time limit. It's usually longer on the regular quizzes, but this is just a 3-question quiz for the orientation section. It reminds students that it's saved and submitted. It reminds them there's multiple attempts and that you can't just pause the test or walk away. It does submit automatically once the time limit is up. So this section here is designed, just like it says, to orient all the students and anyone else to the course here. And so we strongly recommend that you watch these videos and familiarize yourself with that part of the course. Technical problems do happen, though, and so we've set up this help section here on this button over here on the left. And so the help section gives a large variety of help to students who may be having technical problems and some basic help questions here. If they're having trouble with the material, this section here gives them some descriptions of what they might do about going on to the next unit or rereading the unit they just took. But basically, we've tried to put in a lot of scaffolding and help here for those issues. If they're still experiencing problems, they can write an email to this address here. They can call the district office if they don't have any connectivity. And we've even put in a form here where they can fill out a help ticket that goes to a simple Google form, tells what school they're from, what type of problem, and so on. Now back here, I want to point out that with these units, there's 4 basic units here. And one thing you should be aware of is that you're only seeing one of the 3 to 5 lessons here. And once students go through this lesson, watch the videos, read the content, play a fun game down here that gets them ready for the test by reinforcing the concepts, or gets them ready for the quiz here, they won't see the next lesson unless they get 70% or better on this quiz. So when I go to Unit 1 here, I haven't taken the quizzes here yet, so I only see the first lesson. If I've taken all the quizzes, I'll go to Unit 4. If I've taken all the quizzes and passed them, I see all 4 or 5 lessons that are in the unit. And actually, I'll skip here to show the final. This is the teacher's mode now. You see full edit mode here. Once I've passed everything, I actually see the test at the end of each of these. And once I pass the test, I would see the final. Okay, I don't see the final unless I've done all those things and passed it. See, I don't even see the final until I've gotten 70% or better on all those lessons, all the quizzes at the end of the lessons, and then the test at the end of each unit. Once I've passed all the quizzes and tests, the final becomes visible. Okay, we hope all this help support is going to minimize or at least reduce some of the problems. We know videos freeze up sometimes. We know internet crashes sometimes. We've tried to put in as many help systems as possible, but we think this is going to help quite a bit. It's not going to be perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but we think that these things should help us. So let us know if you have students or if you'd like to give feedback. There is a student feedback button here. Anyone here can fill out this form. It's different than the other one that talks about the content, asks about the quizzes, asks about technical issues. So please feel free to fill this out. You don't have to be a student to fill out the student feedback button. Thank you so much for your help. And we wish you and all of your students and everyone you work with great luck with the personal finance course.